Hello. What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and this is my 31 days of horror movie reviews. And I thought I was done with the Critters movies. I did, but somebody in the comments asked, "Hey, aren't you going to review Critters 5?" And I thought to myself, there's a Critters 5? Because when I looked up the Critters movies, only thing that popped up was the 4 films and there was a TV series. And I'm sorry, but I'm not about to watch the TV series. Too much. Too much. But when he said that, I was like, oh shit, I guess there is a direct-to-DVD Critters Attacks, it's called. This came out in 2019. Look, am I going to pretend like this is a good film? No. Am I going to act like this has good acting? Definitely not. I'd be lying if I tried to say some bullshit like that. And is the writing quite shit? Yes. Yes. But I will say that I did not hate this movie. Maybe I'm just in a good mood. Maybe because after I watched the last couple Critters movies, like the sequels just got worse and worse and worse. And thinking I was done with it, I moved on and watched a bunch of other bad horror movies after. So revisiting the Critters franchise, going back and seeing a movie that terribly low budget. Just, you could tell this was directed by some high school kid who was trying to impress his media teacher. I know, because I've been there. It's that level of quality, folks. I mean, I'm not being all that hyperbolic. It's pretty close to the type of quality we're talking about. Our main character is this girl, Drea, played by Tashiana Washington. I've never seen her before, and this could have very well been her very first acting gig. And I'm not going to say she's great, but I will say she's pretty. That's number one. But number two, I like the fact that we had this horror movie where the main character is a black girl. I just said, hey, extra points. They're not going to kill her off in the first 5 minutes. Cool. And her story, again, the writing isn't great, the directing isn't great, so they don't fully flesh out her backstory. She has this thing where not only is she trying to get into this college, but she's been denied constantly for the last couple of years. But also, her mother died in a car accident, and she blames herself because she snuck out to go to a party, and the mother drove out to go find her and then died. And so I kind of wish they hit that harder. I wish the movie was put together and structured in a way where those beats, because on paper maybe it works, but not fully realized. And also there's a side plot of this friend that she has that goes to the college that she goes to, and the friend like stopped talking to her after the friend got into the college and she didn't. But then they make up by the end of the movie, and I'm just like, come on, people. They half-assed the characters and the writing and the dynamics and everything and whatnot. But the way how this story kicks off, this is how you could tell that the writing is bad. So because this girl Drea can't get into the college, when she like runs into her former friend, the friend feels bad and says, all right, look, maybe I can get you in with the right people. How about you take this job that we can line you up with for the school? And she's like, great, cool, what is it? How about you babysit one of the teacher's kids? She's like, what? Yeah, because, if you babysit and you become reliable and good with these people, maybe you'll have a shot. So Drea ends up babysitting these 2 kids. And that's where all of the critters just happen to arrive in their town and just start eating people left and right. Now, the critters the critters have always been puppets, right? They've always been those cheap looking, but because the original movies were like in the 80s, you can kind of get away with them looking like that. 2019, it's hard. It was harder, or maybe this director didn't know how to direct the puppets whenever they had to roll them down when they're the furry balls to chase after people, or the countless goofy times when characters, random people would get attacked and get killed, and the critter puppets would, like, you could tell that the actors are having to hold the puppets to their own neck and pretend like they're getting bit. It's just, I'm just sitting there laughing hysterically. And like, I don't think I was supposed to. Like, I don't think they were making those death scenes ironically. I don't think they were trying to be goofy. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm not giving the director enough credit. I'm going to take the slight chance though and say, no, they didn't realize how silly this shit ended up being. And so, with all of that being said, you have the side plot of this younger brother of Drea who has a crush on the girl that she's babysitting, so he tags along. And then, what do you know? The girl that's being babysat, they're going to go out into the woods for a picnic, of course. And she finds this female critter. It's white, and she can just tell it's a female, I guess. And she like takes it as a pet because she feels bad for it because it was injured. And I'm like, well, why isn't this thing attacking them? The whole movie, they're holding on to this female critter. And it's being super cute and nice and stuff, but I've just kept scratching my head of like, why is it not trying to eat them? Why is it just being cute? This is so weird and random. And then the end of the movie, you find out that it's a female peaceful leader. And it came to Earth to go after the male critters and stop them from trying to take over Earth. So this critter is a good one. Sure. Why not? Let's just fucking go for it. But wait, there's more. Dee Wallace comes back to the franchise. She was the mother in the first film of the family. God only knows what happened to that family. I think they allude to them, but you don't see them. And you find out that Dee Wallace has been spending her times as a bounty hunter now. Like, she's now a bounty hunter. She tracks these aliens, these critters, hunts them down, because I guess they show up more frequently, so she's just been doing that. And that sounds cool in theory, because it's Dee fucking Wallace. I mean, that's awesome, right? Not only was she in the original movie and Cujo and all these old horror films, but she randomly, even today, shows up in random horror films like the Jeepers Creepers Reborn bullshit. She was in the Rob Zombie Halloween movie. She just pops up everywhere. But they have her. Like, whenever a character gets killed, she always shows up after the fact. She's driving around, and she's 10 steps behind the critters. She's late to everything. She doesn't save anyone. Until the very, very end, like the last 5 minutes of the movie, she shows up to help the kids. And it's like, well, goddamn it, man. If you're going to bring back Dee Wallace, let's do something with her. Like, actually make it feel like she's a part of things. Maybe don't show her throughout the whole movie, because it does make it look like she's late and slow to everything. She's not good at her job. Is the acting good? No. Should I probably be angrier and harsher and rant on this film? Probably, but honestly, I'm at such a I don't give a fuck about these critters movies anymore. I'm so ready to move on from this bullshit that I'm okay. I'm okay. Let's just not talk about this anymore. I watched it. I watched Critters 5. Critters Attacks. And I survived. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you were aware that this movie existed. What did you think of it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later. Souls taken over by a devilish path. You got me walking on broken glass. Kicking down the door with a Jason mask. With a dead dumb
machete, but you motherfuckers know it's heavy. Anytime you're ready, you can get you with a Bowie. Setting up to blow me, but the bitch don't know me. Who's going? I'm going. You know, I know that the man in the mirror is my next rival. Time goes and I never thought I'd live it so fast. Staring at the world from the end of my glass. Turned into a dark place, sever my brain. Had to drop